Hello everyone, welcome back to my third and last video of the day and the week. So this is on events in regulatory as well as governmental actions segment. So we know that in the month of April, March, April, May, RBI has basically provided for a moratorium on EMI for a period of 3 months. So basically for March, April and May, and it was further extended till August, 31st August. So 6 months of moratorium on EMIs on all housing, personal, auto loans, both for across the board was provided, and it is optional for the individuals whether they want to avail the moratorium or not. So in the last few weeks, there has been a tussle between the central government as well as RBI and banks, that on the question of whether the people should be charged interest on the interest. So we know that the government side stand is that this moratorium has been provided to the individuals as well as MSMEs so that they can tide over the COVID crisis. So if you are going to tax them more by charging interest on interest, then it is not acceptable. So from the bank's perspective, because interest income is their revenue, so they are not. So even though this is a unfortunate situation, not charging interest on interest is going to impact bank's balance sheet badly. So both the parties have approached Supreme Court, and the next hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. And government has basically submitted a plea before the Supreme Court, stating that the government will absorb the interest on interest portion. Quoting that it will have a very huge stress on the banks who are already stressed with their NPAs and other stuff. So basically the government says that we will bear the charges of the interest on interest, which is estimated to be around 6,000 to 7,000 crore rupees, and maybe they will get the approval in the houses of the parliament in the winter session. So this is what government has proposed to Supreme Court. So what are the things to be kept in mind is, so this is basically applicable only for relating to people who have availed moratorium and not those who have not availed moratorium and they defaulted on the EMIs. So they wanted to basically take care of both the people, and this is applicable for loans or amounting to up to 2 crore rupees availed by both individuals as well as micro, small and medium enterprises. So and the other as part of government plea, there is one more thing. Basically they want to reward those people who have not availed moratorium and paid the EMIs in toto, so that they can create a level playing field. So they wanted to provide a cash back. So this is a government proposal, and it is up to we have to wait for Supreme Court judgment on this, so that whether this is going to be implemented. So government on the one side, they wanted to take care of people who are honestly paying their EMIs in spite of the COVID turmoil, and those who have availed moratorium, both individuals as well as MSME sectors, and also at the same time they've taken care of the banks also, because if they don't charge, then it will have a bad impact on the bank's balance sheet, and they don't want to give more stress to already stressed banks. So this is the proposal. So it's in a way it's good, but we have to wait for Supreme Court decision. On the one hand, they have taken care the individuals. On the other hand, they have come out with a proposal to reward the good performing states as well. So government basically has asked states to implement two sets of reforms. One is in the PDS reforms, basically one nation, one ration scheme, and those who have implemented, the government is going to approve additional borrowing limit under the open market borrowing program. So there are 6 states who have implemented, starting from UP, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Goa, Karnataka and Tripura. So Andhra Pradesh is the first state to implement the next reform, which is basically ease of doing business. because India as a country has jumped in the ease of doing reforms based on the tremendous effort taken by the central government by implementing a lot of reforms in the last 6 years. We have reached up to from 142. We are now today we are in 63rd rank in ease of doing business. So states has to supplement central bank's effort. So it's basically states ease of doing is going to reflect on India's ease of doing index as well. So I mean, if you have to go in the top 10, top 50, then obviously such reforms are important. And Andhra Pradesh, being the first state to implement ease of doing business reforms, is going to avail be eligible for another 2,251 crore rupees additional borrowing limit through open market borrowings program. So this is also a good thing because it's a win-win situation for both states as well as the center. Then moving on to other big news is basically on relating to Google Play, because you know that in the last couple of weeks or so, Google has debarred some of the major players from Google Play platform, which includes Paytm, Zomato, and as well as Swiggy, because they are not implementing the rules of the set by Google. And last week they basically said that they are going to charge additional 30% fee on those players who are using Google Play but not paying through Google Play rules, not paying through Google. So they basically, so this has agitated many players, and they are approached the central government to come out with alternate to Google Play. So that's basically government has to consider. So this is maybe next weeks we will have some more additional information on that. And the last bit is on Lakshmi Vilas Bank. So I spoke about Lakshmi Vilas Bank in the last video also, wherein the board of directors of the bank has voted out 7 of the 10 directors who have come for retention. So this has put not only the bank's position in jeopardy, but also in a bad shape, but also put their effort to enhance the capital requirements by merging Click Capital with Lakshmi Vilas Bank. So that is also in jeopardy now. So this week RBI has constituted a 3-member committee, basically independent directors on Lakshmi Vilas Bank board, stating that so that they can do they will have the permission equivalent to managing director or CEO to run the day-to-day business of Lakshmi Vilas Bank till an alternate arrangement is made. So this is an update on Lakshmi Vilas Bank. And one more thing is, especially the depositors will be in jittery. The bank has given out a statement that the LCR ratio is basically is a very high percent of 262% as against the 100% minimum requirement of Reserve Bank of India. So which means that the depositors or monies are safe, so no need to panic. So that's what they wanted to reiterate at this juncture, because they don't want people people coming in, standing in queue to get back the deposits. So because it is going to be difficult for any bank, even the best performing bank, even a large chunk of depositor withdraw, then it will put the bank in a very difficult situation. They want to avoid that. And also in India, I can also state from my personal opinion is that both central government as well as Reserve Bank of India will not allow a commercial bank to fail, for a simple reason that it will impact badly the country's position and the state of the economy. So they don't want to give this projection. We have also seen what has happened in the case of Yes Bank, wherein even though the fraud is committed from the top management, they have ensured that the banks stay afloat. So, and in this case, it's mismanagement, I would say. So, people can be rest assured that there's no impact to their deposits. Thanks everyone for watching all my 3 videos today. So that's going to be the module going forward as well, so that I can present more information on a specific topic, and the videos also will be of a shorter duration. Please subscribe, because I've seen quite a few people have viewed my videos, and there are some of my friends are also asking me to post the videos in the WhatsApp and Facebook chats. But it's easier if you subscribe without even me informing you. You will get my videos on a weekly basis. I once again request you all to subscribe, like, share my videos. Until we meet next week, please take care. Cheers. Bye bye.